We got one viewer online already. Can you hear me? Checking the wires. That's what we're doing today. Right now, checking some video equipment as well. So be patient with me if you got any questions and such like that. I got the chat turned on YouTube, and I may be able to see your chat on Facebook. If you'd like to join me online and advertise your business right now, it's free, costs you nothing, and gets you some free advertisement and such. Right now, I'm sitting in the studio here at the Fowler Studios, and you'll see me sporting some paraphernalia, my alter ego, Fowler Photography. But trying to set up the studio here for some interviews. I'm thinking about some programming changes here and some edits, some additions for improve our communication with our public elective officials. And I'm thinking opening up the studio virtually initially to invite our public officials from Pulaski County, city, municipals, and the county, and all the elected personnel to join me online to take questions from the electorate, that being you. Kind of like meet the press, but meet Pulaski or meet the voters. It's my contention that if you can't hear me, let me know. Sometimes I don't get any feedback, and let me put my earphones on. I get a little better sense. If you'd like to call me, I have the phone turned on. I think it's turned on. And if you'd like to talk a little bit about my ideas or have some ideas for the show, but I'm thinking about like a meet the press kind of format where the elected official comes in remotely, or they can come into the studio like we did for the election. I thought that was very useful. That seems to be pretty good. And we have some of the elected officials come in and give us an update what they're doing, what they've been busy doing, how well they're doing. Give us updates like a status, sheriff, deputy sheriff, police chiefs, assistant chief, stuff like that. We are paying their salaries, as a matter of fact, and we should know how well they're doing. And mayors as well. Sometimes they get going and we don't know what they're doing other than what they have their council meetings, and we can't be there, and not too many of them broadcast them, specifically the smaller cities. And so I thought maybe they'd like to come online and field some questions from the viewers. And so I thought every week I'd set up a dedicated time, maybe an hour or two, for any elected official to come online via video. And what you'll see there, if you're watching at home today on your phone, right below me, where's my camera? Right below me on virtually, there'd be their video live come in, and then any other viewers or interviewees or panel members or stuff like that, we could have them come in and ask questions and stuff like that. If you're watching at home, well, let's go that way, or on the horizontally. Can't get my directions right. There we go. You'll see a remote live. Basically, they come in remotely and have their webcam or whatever they have, their phone and stuff like that, come in and answer questions. I can actually have up to about 11 people come in and chat online. First and foremost, let me thank Medlin Construction that are bringing this online today, and them and Mark Prue have been our key cornerstone sponsors for the last this fiscal year, so I want to give them a hands off. So let's give them a shout out. Yeah. So thanks so much. And for those that are tuning in for the first time, thanks so much. This is kind of off the blue, but just if you have any thoughts or ideas to this, what's nice about it, if nobody shows up, I just turn the live feed off, or you can listen to me blibber and blabber or what have you. No sweat off my back. Tomorrow we do have the commissioners meeting going on at 9 o'clock down in the courthouse. We'll be broadcasting live from the courthouse commissioners room, and we will be not taking questions, not like in this format, but we'll be on YouTube and Facebook and most likely Twitch, maybe Instagram. We will not be on TikTok does not allow me to broadcast via MacBook. Their studio does not. The studio software does not work on MacBook for whatever reason. And some of you may ask why we're setting this up or coming online. Well, here pretty soon, I had some interest in getting our interviews going again with the public officials or local businesses and stuff like that. And then if you're a local business and interested in coming online and talking about your business and telling us what you do and how you do it and what makes you special and what that's what we're here about, and want to help support local businesses and spreading the word. Just give us a note. We'll give you a shout out. Come online and talk about it. If you feel like dialing in, the number is live right now. Now, it may take me a second or two to answer the phone. 408-0339. It's area code 573-408-0339. Make sure I got it winged up. I move kind of slow anymore. I haven't actually, and it's an Android. And while we're running this operation today, what you may not know is we're testing out some equipment. I'm actually running my camera for this broadcast is my Canon R8, which is actually a photo camera, video camera, but I got it connected to my MacBook. And what I don't know, and I didn't research, is whether the battery is run off the MacBook or is it going to run out on me while I'm going. And I don't know how long it'll last, but luckily I got a backup. So if all of a sudden it goes blank on you, don't worry about it at all. And if you feel like chatting right now, I may miss you. I heard something. I'm not sure what I heard. Oh, that's my phone. Android, you drive me crazy. I don't know anything about you. But if you feel like calling in, chit-chatting, whatever you got, you want to talk about your business, you want to join me webcam, send me a message on YouTube or Facebook. I think I'll pick you up. Text me on that phone number at the 573-408-0339. And it may not be showing up on the two missed calls. Most likely. When was that? Oh, that's 6 days ago. That's the reason I got one of these throwaway phones, the spammers and scammers. So that's why I only pay attention to it when we're live. Let me see, make sure I got the phone number on those that are watching at home on Facebook or on YouTube. There it is, 573-408-0339 if you feel like calling in. Make sure you share. Want to welcome also Pulaski Digital to the cadre of sponsors that are new to the area. If you're got a business and you don't feel like messing around with your Facebook or social media threads, they are definitely the ones to reach out. Give you a hint. They know what they're doing, and they'll take over your social media and make it shine and integrate the artificial intelligence and publish Facebook ads and social media ads and get it going for you and manage your search domain, search engine profiles and stuff like that. So I know that how it can be overwhelming, and look at them, and you see the ad, go TikTok and right below there, right over here. We'll give them more of a shout out tomorrow on the broadcast too. So Pulaski Digital, you'll see them go by, and they're a new sponsor. But also shout out to Prue Law. You see them just popping up down below. Prue Law Office and Medlin Construction, the cornerstone sponsors for this broadcast today. We appreciate them today. So if you're watching and you feel like chatting, give us a call. 573-408-0339. So if I go quiet on you, I'm going to pop some music on you here in a quick second. Don't worry about it. If my screen goes dark, I'm still listening. Just means my battery ran out on my Canon R8. But I'm still tinkering with the best presentation. We're trying to get set up, like I said again, for interviews with the public officials in our county, specifically the elected officials. Let me know if you guys can hear that. I got 3 viewers, but let me know if you can hear that ringing. I hear it on my ears from the phone, sending me these little alerts, but I never can tell. I've got to figure out who can hear what, whether it's you guys can hear those little alerts, and this cheap little phone, I can never tell what calls are legit or not. So like it tells me Mid Missouri Bank called me or what show. Plus, I'm getting older and I don't know. I'm so used to an iPhone, I don't even know which one's recent or legit or not. So, uh, but if you feel like calling, let me know. So you can text me on that number. Also, it's actually Android, so I can figure that out. I use Google every day. Uh, Look at the Outlaw Lane. I haven't. I'm not sure what's going on this weekend at Outlaw Lane, but boy, it's hot. We was on the lake yesterday and we tried some fish, caught one sunfish, and spent most of the time bobbing in the water, and that was hot enough. So, man, it just feels hot outside. The older I get, the hotter it feels. You'll notice also got the weather thing going on down below my photo right there. Below my picture on the horizontal screen. On the top of the screen of the vertical screen for you watching at home on YouTube and Twitch. Uh, I can usually tell who's watching at home. I got two on YouTube, one on Twitch. So on YouTube, you can see the weather at the top of the screen. If you're watching at home on Facebook later, you'll see it. Uh, it's actually underneath the picture, but it's live weather, and we'll actually tinkering around doing some other improvements and stuff like that. So we're always growing, trying to be better, and specifically for our sponsors and stuff like that. So shout out to Hicks. Hicks Services. They sure have a great reputation. I see them on the what's that social media platform? Uh, Next Door. They're a hit on Next Door, and we always try to promote them on Next Door. They've been a sponsor for a few months, probably 3 or 4 months. And matter of fact, they just installed our new HVAC here at the house, and it sure is cozy. You go a few months without it, or a few weeks without it, and you learn to appreciate it. We had a little window air conditioner. It kept us sane for a few weeks, and rather not do with it. There's Pulaski Digital's ad right there. Check them out. The website's legit. If you see them posting stuff on Facebook, you'll know they're legit as well. So there's Medlin Construction. Give them a call. Matter of fact, we had Medlin Construction install our stand-up shower, replaced our shower, and we could not be happier. So we're going to be right back for a second, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to rearrange some things on the screen, so stay tuned. Well, I was going to do that. I was on my desktop and I forgot to put the stay tuned screen in there. So uh, enjoy the music while I go to. I'll mute my microphone. If you have any questions, give me a call, text me, and I'm going to put some Alter Bridge on. For those that don't know who Alter Bridge are you're about to find out. Looks like we're back real quick. Haven't lost anybody, so we're tinkering around. Put the back, be right back screen. The scene is what they call it here, and the software that I use for that. So you got a taste of Alter Bridge, one of my favorite groups, and got some theme music to keep you calm and cool. So far, my Canon R8 hasn't died on me. I got to jump out and get some mail here in a little bit. Looks like the weather is about 91 degrees, which is toasty, unimaginably toasty. Here, I'm going to change the camera real quick, so give me a second. Going blank on you. Haven't gone anywhere, so give me a second. Sometimes my other cameras do not like to play. There we go. Now this I'm using right now, you can see it's recording vertical. And every time you change it, it likes to go do crazy things. But this is a DJI Osmo portable camera. It's actually pretty nifty. It's actually got face tracking, so if it, there it goes. So it follows me around a little bit. Sometimes you like that, sometimes you don't. And you can actually see that my background behind me goes so high. Bring that closer. There you go. Once again, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we'll be broadcasting from the commissioners' meeting in Waynesville, Missouri. That broadcast has been brought to you by, in part, by Medlin Construction. How fortunate and fortuitous. Their ad just popped up right below my picture there. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. And they've been a great sponsor to us, and we can testify firsthand as the quality of their work. They put in our stand-up shower and replaced our tub, and it cannot be happier. I mean, who uses a tub anymore, especially you're in our age? If you've got any questions, if you've got concerns, you would like to join us on the podcast right now, just let us know. We may jump on later and tinker around on TikTok, which I can do from my PC. Mac or the Mac is not TikTok friendly, or vice versa. If TikTok is not Mac friendly. Looks like everything seems to be working well. If you want to give us a call, area code 573-408-0339, and this number will only be live while the podcast/broadcast is live. I do not leave the phone on while the podcast is inactive. Otherwise, it'd be ringing all day. And the bad thing is that everybody's got scammers and spammer problems. So and I got the same on that on my Google phone, my personal phone, and we always got a fake number. If you ever have, I think I've got 3 phone numbers at least, and 2 of them are throwaways. So also with my email addresses. So if you'd like to chit chat, give us a call. Looks like my camera went dead. How wonderful. Sometimes it does that. I'm back. Seems to be back. Let's see if this works. Well, it went horizontal on me. It's kind of finicky. It does in its own way. We'll leave it at that just to make it work. Actually, I'm going to go back to my R8. It seems to be more. And of course, it quit working too. this is exactly why I tuned in today. So stay with me, as you may not see me, but I am here. Canon is definitely not, even though they have the best cameras as far as I'm concerned, they are not in the game for streaming. You can actually use your webcam or your professional cameras. I've got a Canon R8 and a Canon uh, R6 that I use for my photography business, and as much as when they are working for webcams, they work great. But when they don't, man, they're just a pain in the tail. Just a pain in the tail to try to get going. I cannot believe. I'm going to quick disconnect that, so stand by. And the downside is I love my MacBooks. I really do. When they work, they work. There's nothing like them. I'm going to turn off my this. When my Mac works, it really works. But when it doesn't, boy, it just does not want to work. There we go. With anything else, or other things do not like to work with it. So then they have the software that they have that goes with your MacBook or your Windows PC, and they only have a limited functions unless you want to pay for it. Now, as much as these cameras cost, you would think that once you buy a camera and register it and you have it in your possession, that the software that makes them function with as webcams, which is an added function, you would think they would let you use their software for free with all the functions. But no, that's not the case. So it looks like my Canon R8 will not be playing with us today, so I will keep it on my DJI for now. So lesson learned. That's why I wanted to play today. So anyway, for those that weren't watching earlier or just tuning up with us today, tuning in with us today, my name is Doug Fowler, Pulaski Talks, also Fowler Photography here in St. Robert, broadcasting from the undeclared capital of South Central or Central Missouri. Undeclared meaning it just hasn't been formalized as far as I'm concerned. Move my camera around a little bit while it's facial locked. That's the downside also. You can also see that you can see part of my studio, which hasn't been put back together for a bit. It's on my list. My photography studio, that is. And so rearrange it a little bit. So you're only seeing the things I intended you to see. If my MacBook would have worked the way it's supposed to, or not, my MacBook, my Canon R8, actually I can zoom in. Nope, nope. Well, anyway, it works good enough. As far as Outlaw Lane goes, out in Crocker, Missouri, give them a look up on their website, Google them. I don't know what their schedule is this weekend. I didn't take a look see. I should have, but that's some good fun. But with the weather so hot, I would assume their track is ready. Make sure you give them a look see. A Plus Tire and Lube down there in Waynesville, Missouri. We're going to have them do our fuel filters on our F-350. Make sure that it's good to go for the future camping season. Definitely some folks we definitely trust to do our maintenance. If you're tuning in for the first time, just give us a shout out. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Looks like if got one viewer from Twitch. Usually that is if I would a questionable entity, if not an automatic entity, but would love for you to tune in. Matter of fact, there's something I can try here, so be patient with me. Yeah, that's me on YouTube right now. So actually, I hate the sound of your own voice. It's so awful. Seems to be working fine. Right now, I have YouTube set up as the primary interface with Facebook as alternate. And Twitch is a third option. And so far, it seems to be working fine. We'll put a test message here. Test message. One day, I expect us to go only to YouTube using this software for multicast. Oh. Nick, pop us on the phone. So I'm going to put you on pause right now. Be right back. It appears we're back. So hope you enjoyed the music. Quick break. Still got viewers on hand and watching from YouTube and Twitter. Nobody from Facebook online right now. Let me check, make sure it's showing up that we're broadcasting. We didn't push out the advertisement much. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It sure is warm out there. Got our recyclables done. But we're going to be reaching out to local businesses and county offices and such like that for provide them an opportunity at least once a week to come on the show virtually or in the studio and give an update to the county. Matter of fact, I'm scrolling through the Facebook page right now. Let me pause it and hopefully give an opportunity to spread some word about some of the businesses going on. Combat Coffee, I'm looking at your page right now, and uh, hopefully you're one of the guests we can have it come on, or we'll come down and see you. So we're going to be on just a few more moments. It looks like everything's working except for my Canon R8. If you have any questions or like to chit chat, give us a call. Area code 573-408-0339. Or if you'd like to join us virtually, as in by your phone or your computer, and you're sitting at home and you'd like to chit chat, give us a call. I can send you the link. I don't know why N2 it's calling me, but that's the first call from them. I do love call screening. Who actually picks up the phone anymore? Unless you're in my caller ID, or best just text first. I'm back what I was doing. Lost track. That's what happens when you get old. But if you'd like to come in online and talk about your business, we have a capability of bringing you online video virtually. Actually, more than one camera at a time. If you have one on your phone and got to use your other phone to bring in your equipment or your camera and stuff like that, we can do that. It actually works pretty cool. Do it from the comfort of your own home or your own business. I'm just surfing Facebook right now, so I was looking for something. We are up to 916 followers on Facebook, which is awesome. I believe we're up to 99 followers on YouTube. We were up to 100, but somebody abandoned us, which happens. I may have posted something negative about some contrary opinion to their political beliefs. Again, tomorrow, commissioners meeting, 9 o'clock. For those that are interested, put the shout out there. I don't have the agenda, but it is usually taped to the wall inside the county clerk's office. Looks like we just had a delivery. You can probably hear it too. But with that, we've been online for about 46 minutes. If you have any questions or such like that, send us to the message. Give us a shout out, and we'll do our best to answer. With that, Las Vidas Zane, thanks for your attention in this quick, down and dirty podcast. And thanks for all the fish, everybody. See you tomorrow from the broadcast at the commissioners meeting. And if I'd like to have your feedback about the Meet the Voters and Meet the Public show that we're going to put online here pretty soon. It'd be basically once a week we open the mic and open the camera up to the local politicians and elected officials of Pulaski County. We also invite the local businesses to come online or join us in the office, and or if we can make it possible, we'll come to your business and talk about you, let you show us what you do, and we'll try to do it live if we can. If not, we'll record it and broadcast it later. I always prefer to do it live. It's a more honest, but we have the ability to record it and do it later, like this Osmo pocket camera we're recording on right now. It seems to be working pretty good. It usually doesn't work this good, but seems to be working pretty good. So, but with that, we'll log it off and we'll talk to you